Now, does anyone know why this is pendant not showing up?
I'll remove and put it again.
Not showing up.
I'll remove and put it again. Ma'am, at the left it will come down. The left in the file folder.
Left.
Yeah, there only down.
That side. Say.
Wait, I'll show you.
You know?
Not yet.
This Shikha. No, not this. I mean, this is the pen drive.
कोई लोग सो तो नहीं गए
When we have done this causes in detail, na?
I guess.
Can you just show me that, please?
Yes. So yeah, ma'am, I remember we have done the causes and detail, the not this.
And you're already Khilafat.
Khilafat also done in detail. This is the third cause of the non-cooperation. Just see, please. Calcutta session. So after Calcutta session, so we just have to do what is non-cooperation. So just open your UP book, please. Page number 40.
Page number
40.
Now it's okay.
So let's just revise quickly what are the three causes? What are the three causes of the non-cooperation? Rowlatt Act. Rowlatt Act. Second. Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Third cause. Khilafat. So when we talk about the Rowlatt Act, what is the main cause behind the Rowlatt Act?
because of the government of India.
Because of the Government Act in 1990. What did the Government of India Act brought in? Gave more
Seats to the Indians.
We must in the Indians in the parliament.
Gave more seats to the Indians in the parliament. What did Indians want in return?
Swaraj.
Swaraj. What did they do? How did they react?
They just gave more seats.
No. How did Indians react?
Violence.
Violence. So when we say agitation, demonstrations, violence, and all these things, so in return, what did Britishers do?
Rowlatt Act.
Pass the Rowlatt Act. So we know Rowlatt Act, political prisoners detention, and those two things. Detention without a trial and political prisoners. After Rowlatt Act, so in Rowlatt Act, there was two things which was passed. Which was the law which was passed?
Martial law.
Martial law. What is martial law?
Public gatherings couldn't be allowed.
Public gatherings are banned. So martial law was in hand. Who took charge? Which officer?
General Dyer.
Remember? Able to recall? So what is the connection between Jallianwala Bagh and Rowlatt Act?
Jallianwala Bagh was
Ma'am, we can
Jallianwala connection.
Ma'am, in Jallianwala Bagh, open fire and General Dyer said that
Yes.
nobody can gather there.
Martial law. Martial law is your connection, right? And entry exit block. Wanted to create what? Which effect? General Dyer wanted to create one effect.
Fear.
Moral effect. That's fear and all. Okay, so this is sorted Jallianwala Bagh. After Jallianwala Bagh, what came? Khilafat movement. Why did Ali brothers launch Khilafat movement?
Because they were against Khalif. No. Because the British was the Britishers' poor treatment of the Khalif.
This was a rumor. It was a rumor. So there is no truth behind it so far. It's just a rumor which was being spread that that you may sign a treaty just because Caliph in First World War Turkey lost. Right? So there might be a treaty where Caliph, the head of the Turkey, might lose his powers. So Muslims were concerned about it. They launched the which movement? Along with the leader Gandhiji. Why did Gandhiji support Khilafat movement? Opportunity, right? Hindus and Muslims. Any doubt till here? Sure? Able to recall everything?
And this chapter is more easy to remember because it is also more interesting. And we have done this in 8th.
Good. Okay, so now the question comes, what is non-cooperation movement? Okay, so if the question comes, what is non-cooperation movement? So there are it's of 4 marks. Okay, so what all you have to mention, I'll just make you underline in your book. Okay, and make sure what is not mentioned in the book is they have not mentioned that you are supposed to write the causes also. But you have to. In your last line, you have to put down that the causes behind the non-cooperation movement are 1, 2, 3. Okay, so show it to the examiner that you are aware of stuff. But don't start explaining in detail about Rowlett, otherwise you will not finish your paper. Give one line. Important lines. Okay, sensible lines and all. So you can see over here, page number 40. In Hind Swaraj, what is mentioned? Hind Swaraj में क्या mention हुआ था? Page number 40 you see book.
Was established to reduce the population of Indians and survival because of this population.
Yes. So basically, Gandhiji, what is he trying to say?
I was the Indians thought that they are under
British influence.
Now, but they also had no idea.
No option. Of course. I won't deny because what she said is that they didn't have any idea. This is what the next topic is. That that within the movement, like for example, if we have peasants, okay, if we have these country, that is the countryside people. So why they were not able to support Britishers in the movement? I'm sorry, why they were not able to support Indians in the movement? There was a very definite reason for it. ऐसा नहीं है कि वो चाहते नहीं. There's nothing like that वो चाहते नहीं. It is because there was a reason for it, and that was a very solid reason which they had to think of. Those reasons will be covering today. Okay. So you can underline should unfold in stages. So why Gandhiji proposed that non-cooperation movement, page number 40, should unfold in stages? Why?
So that the British don't ban on
Exactly. And so that Indians also understand and Britishers also are not able to curb it. Next, so if you have to actually show your non-cooperation movement, so what is the first thing you would do? Give me the
not listen to them.
Give me the historical term.
Boycott.
Boycott. Underline the word boycott. And what is the second thing you will do with the titles?
Boycott the government, the titles and the British government.
Surrender. So underline boycott. Underline surrender. Boys, are you getting it? Where to underline? Boycott and surrender. After this, you can see that this Mahatma Gandhi toured the entire country with Shaukat Ali brothers, by to
Unite.
unite कैसे कर लोगे तुम घूमते Yes, Khilafat movement and to get the popular support. So do you think so they got the popular support?
Yes.
Some denied. Why?
Because they like the country.
No. Because they feel that there is a fear of violence. The fear of violence. Community issues. So you can underline this. Mahatma Gandhi, Shaukat Ali toured, and after one line, reluctant to boycott as it might lead to popular violence. Underline these things. September to December intense tussle हो गई. What is tussle? What is tussle? Argument. And किस चीज का argument हुआ? अरे use your brain. किस चीज का argument होएगा? तुम क्या कह रहे थे कि नहीं सपोर्ट करना चाहिए, दादा भाई से नहीं सपोर्ट करना चाहिए, तो किस चीज का आर्ग्यूमेंट होगा, इसी चीज का तो आर्ग्यूमेंट होगा ना. Next, finally there was no meeting point, no solution came to it, and unlike the last line, finally read the last line, boy, in purple teacher.
Finally, at the Congress session at Nagpur in December 1920, a compromise was worked out. A compromise was worked out, and the non-cooperation program was adopted.
Why it was adopted? With support of everyone or with support of few people?
Reluctant means
In support of everyone.
कहाँ everyone support किया यार? Where is it mentioned? It's everyone has supported. What did you read before this?
For a while, they had seemed to remove it between supporters.
Have you understood? Yeah. Reluctant matlab that I don't want to do this. Reluctant. Any doubt in NC movement? Are you clear of the three causes of NC movement? What are the three causes? Don't change the sequence. And non-cooperation cannot be the cause of non-cooperation. Boy over here, what are the three causes of non-cooperation movement?
Heart attack, carrying on the car, and
K.
खिलाफत.
ठीक है? And non-cooperation movement is short note आएगा तो आप boycott, surrender ये सब words जरूर use करना. शौकत अली गांधी जी के साथ जो वर्क किया था, ये सब लिखने के बाद 3-4 पॉइंट लिखने के बाद एंड में डाल देना the three causes of the non-cooperation movement are this. ठीक है? और एक लाइन में ये define one line that work. And line should be sensible. ये नहीं कि just introduction line. It's useless. Government of India Act use कर लेना Rowlatt के लिए. And this is how you can frame your answer. Any doubt? Can we proceed further? Everyone? Okay. So today what we are doing is so they are saying that when the non-cooperation movement actually started, okay, that is in till now that we had been studying about the causes behind the non-cooperation movement. Now we are studying this no marker na? So now we are studying that basically when this non-cooperation movement was started, non-cooperation movement, Khilafat movement. So just now we studied na that there were few people who were reluctant कि support नहीं करना चाहते थे, and there were few people who were in support of it. The support and that is easy, right? But what we are studying today is कि why they were reluctant. Okay, so the question comes that why peasants were not in support of it, or why tribal people were not in support of it. So उसके क्या reasons थे? This is what we are identifying the reasons. So you can just write down in your notebook differing strands as a topic. Differing strands. First section was middle class. Second section were peasants. Third section is tribal people. Fourth are plantation workers. ठीक है? What do you think? Who are these middle class people? What are their professions? Usually, trading,
Farming.
farming. But now it will be peasants, na?
Yeah.
Police officers.
Lawyers.
Okay, one.
Businessmen.
No.
What
Kind
about
of.
traders?
Traders, ठीक है, lawyers. Job के perspective से सोचो.
Artisans.
Artisans cannot be job बेटा.
Present and artisans.
Think from the job perspective. आज आप क्या क्या jobs ले रहे हो? The common jobs.
Doctor.
Engineer.
Doctor engineer उस टाइम कहाँ था यार? कौन? Who is so educated? There was no literacy. Think about the normal jobs.
Police officer.
School में कौन काम करता था?
Teachers.
Okay.
Government officials.
Government officials, lawyers. और jobs सोचो. Students. क्या करते थे students? School जाते थे. Associate with Britain. Associate people with Britain. Students जाते थे school. ठीक है? Teachers जाते थे पढ़ाने के लिए. Jobs. Lawyers जाते थे cases के लिए. I don't think so there was any other profession which I can think of during that time. Or people. So let's focus on these. ठीक है? So they are the subheadings of sub people of middle class. Now don't try for a while, understand. Now what do you think? आपका पहला काम नॉन कॉर्पोरेशन मूवमेंट में क्या होता है?
Boycott.
बॉयकॉट. ठीक है? अगर बॉयकॉट करना है, लॉयर्स क्या बॉयकॉट करेंगे?
They need that.
Think about it, boys. What will lawyers boycott?
Case.
Court. Whose court?
The British.
British court. Students कैसे boycott करेंगे?
Boys.
One
By
second.
not going to
The boys. By not going to schools. Which schools?
Government schools.
British government school. Sit complete, okay? Teachers.
They will not teach or they will not go to teach.
They will resign.
In the
In the British schools.
okay. अब ये तीनों लोगों ने मतलब three are just examples now. All these people boycotted. पहला step इन लोगों ने क्या किया? Boycott था. Plus, they were talking about some officials. Somebody said it, the officials, the government officials. अब government officials को क्या मिलता था? Post मिलती थी. ठीक है? आप post को boycott नहीं कर सकते. क्या कर सकते हो? Surrender. ठीक है? तो आपने दो काम किए as Indians, boycott plus surrender. आपने boycott कर दिया तो surrender कर दिया. ठीक है? Now, किस चीज की production was there in India? इसकी प्रोडक्शन ओके इसकी प्रोडक्शन होती थी काफी ठीक है बट व्हाट्स दिस टेक्सटाइल व्हाट्स दिस टेक्सटाइल okay so which was more during that time British machine made or Indian cloth
British
machine made अब next step क्या हुआ लोगों ने क्या किया boycott of
British machine.
British machine cloth ठीक है तो अगर आप बॉयकॉट करोगे ब्रिटिश मशीन क्लॉथ का तो इस पे इम्पैक्ट किस चीज पे आएगा यार इंडियन क्या चीज बढ़ेगी
खादी इंडियन खादी
ओके
हैंडलूम
leads to increase in khadi ठीक है is it a good thing
Yes.
and good thing. It's a good thing initially. Now the problems come. Okay. आपने ये jobs छोड़ दी, lawyers ने boycott कर दिया, ठीक है? They are the only people in the family who earns because India didn't have this much democracy that women can earn and all these things. Okay. आपने jobs छोड़ दी, आपने सब कुछ कर दिया, आपके पास कोई alternate है? You don't have an alternate. So how would you survive? Survival become an issue. ठीक है? That's one economic impact. Students ने college schools छोड़ दिए, colleges छोड़ दिए. Do they have other institutions to study? No. Because institutions are still in the making. अभी तक बने ही नहीं थे, पता नहीं कब बनेंगे. आज तो making में नवी मुंबई airport भी है. Years we have been seeing. I'm sure you must be like 9 or 8 year old when you started. And today you must be 13, 14. How old are you?
15.
Still making. Right? Now, teachers. Do they have other alternative to join? Because there are only British schools, right? So what happens is, what is the economic now? Do you think so? Indian traditional cloth, that is khadi, is much more expensive than a machine made? It is. Today, Alia Bhatt went for a gala event.
Yes.
Yes, did you all see? How many of you saw her sari? Met Gala. You don't follow Alia Bhatt? Why?
Why should we follow?
You don't follow at all? I thought youngsters follow. That's why I asked. Okay, so for this, so what happened was this event, Met Gala, that is the event which had happened, and she wore a sari. Okay, she wore a sari where she wrote that the sari was made by thousands of artisans who got involved. It was handmade sari. So what I'm trying to say is that when you go for a Met Gala event, why I brought this is that because you made this thing popular. Because there are people from abroad also. But again, if there is a possibility of affordability. ठीक है अब यहाँ पर क्या था कि आपकी खादी क्लॉथ तो बन गया इंक्रीज होना शुरू हो गया लेकिन लोगों के पास इतना पैसा ही नहीं है टू बाय दैट एंड यू कांट इवन सेल इट फॉर चीप द रीजन इज बिकॉज यू हैव टू पे टू एवरी आर्टिसन हु इज इन्वॉल्वड यू गेटिंग इट बिकॉज अब एक उस साड़ी में हर इंसान को वेजेस जाएंगे ना सो द कॉस्ट हैज टू बी दैट हाई और अदरवाइज मशीन मेड में क्या है यू जस्ट स्टिच इट एंड यू गो अहेड विद दिस
It's like selling pure silk.
Yeah. Like selling anything which is pure. So what I'm trying to say is कि because of this, what happened was कि आपकी sale तो बढ़ गई खादी की, but it couldn't survive for long because people could not afford it. Are we all clear with the economic impact?
Affordable alternatives.
Which one?
I don't know. They just. No, they will be cut.
Any doubt? So first thing, what will you write? Middle class comprises of? Then? So boycott and surrender, were they able to survive boycott and surrender? For a while. And then the economic impact start coming on India. Then boycott of? British machine made cloth. Leads to? Increase in the production of khadi. Would it survive for long? No. So when it doesn't survive for long, do you resort to the same thing?
Yes.
You have to go back to the same thing. आप कुछ कर ही नहीं सकते. This was the problem which we're talking about. I think one of you said it at that time. I can't remember that there were many people who were supporting and who wanted to support Britishers, but unfortunately those things could not survive for long. I'm sorry, I missed out your word. They couldn't afford to survive for long. Are we clear? Any doubt, boy? Just see your page number 40. You can see first group middle class in towns. Till page number 41. Okay, quickly go through this and I'll ask one of you to summarize it. One of the boys will do it. Are we clear? Yeah? Come on. Second last boy. Quickly tell me what is written.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going through all the years.
Let him talk. Yeah.
Middle class, middle class participation started where like the lawyers were not going into the British schools, and then the students were not going into British government schools, and the teachers were not going to teach. The principals were resigning their positions,
Mm-hmm.
and the council. And then there was the council election was boycotted in like most of the region except Madras. Madras council election was still going on. And then
Why?
Because the non-Brahmins got entered the council was the only regular power, because the Brahmins only had access.
Do you all agree with this?
Yes.
You know the community system, na? Brahmins and
Yes.
okay. Next, then continue.
And thousands of students left British controlled schools because of which teachers and lawyers gave up their.
That was covered. After that, क्या economic impact आया? You didn't read anything? What were you doing so far?
Just the first two.
अरे, page number 41, economic impact.
I thought that only the third point here.
I still know that. It's the whole thing. Economic impact, girls. Yeah.
Okay, so in like so after like the foreigners are by
Water. Don't sleep at night or what?
I do.
Doesn't look like. Yeah, I think so.
For economic reason was that first the boycott the machine, British machine cloth. It was much cheaper than khadi cloth because it was real material and they had to pay to each and every artisan involved in it. So when they lost their job, the middle class people, lawyers, students, and teachers, they did not have any economic support because they used to earn for their family, and women did have right to work and earn at that time. So what happened was it could survive the khadi trade increase. It had more sales, but it couldn't sustain for a long time because they had lost their jobs. So they couldn't afford for long. They could afford for long.
Good. Are we all clear with this, guys? Boys? Are you sleepy?
Yeah.
You are understanding? Okay, the next person over here is peasants. Okay, so when we talk about the peasantry class, who are these peasantry class people? Farmers. अब farmers जो थे, farmers के साथ क्या problem हो रही थी? What do you think?
Land.
Land. क्या land की problem? What was the problem?
One was that they were forced to sow indigo in their land.
Okay, that's one thing. Next. Do you think so? Peasantry class were forced to pay taxes?
Yes.
Yes. Peasantry class were forced to pay fixed revenue, even if you don't earn? Yes. Like for example, if you are earning, if you are working on that particular field, so what Britishers will do is Britishers will fix a revenue. ठीक है कि आपको इतना मनी हर मंथ हमें देना है, और अगर आप वो मनी नहीं दोगे तो आपको जाके उसको लोन लेना है. किससे लोन लेना है? Money lenders, bankers. So do they get stuck with the debt? Yes. So there's a vicious cycle. Okay, कि आप अपना चुका नहीं पा रहे हो, प्लस आप ऊपर से रेंट ले रहे हो, उसके ऊपर इंटरेस्ट पड़ रहा है, so they can never come out from that. Okay, because they don't have a source. So what we are trying to understand over here is कि even in Awadh, they have given one of the examples. Awadh, there are others also, of course. So वहाँ पर भी यही problem चल रही थी. Exorbitant taxes थे, business were not able to come out of the vicious cycle. XYZ stuff, something or the other was happening with business. अब now जो जमींदार थे, जो इंडियन से जमींदार of course, अब जमींदार पेजेंट से मांगते थे, उनको लगता था कि जमींदार are wrong, क्योंकि जो मांग रहा है वही तो गलत है ना, right? But the problem was कि जमींदार खुद कंट्रोल थे ब्रिटिशर्स से, Even they had to pay. So this was the cycle. The divide and rule policy is not based only on the religion. Divide and rule policy is also based among the people. जरूरी नहीं है आपकी कम्युनिटी और आपका रिलीजन ही अलग होना चाहिए, क्योंकि आप आपस में लड़ोगे then only the benefit is there ना for them to survive for long. Yes, so this was happening. जवाहरलाल नेहरू ने क्या किया, जवाहरलाल नेहरू जाके ये चीज ना बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ गई थी, पेजेंट स्ट्रगल, मतलब लोगों ने पेजेंट्री क्लासेस स्ट्रगल करना शुरू कर दिया था, मतलब रिएक्ट करना शुरू कर दिया था. They were becoming quite violent also, quite violent. I mean aggressive. I won't use the word violent, I will use the word aggressive. They were quite aggressive. अब ये न्यूज़ स्प्रेड हो चुकी थी कि they are aggressive, they are not happy. और इंडिया में मेन सेक्टर क्या था हमारा, और अभी भी क्या है, एग्रीकल्चर. अगर हमारा एग्रीकल्चर खत्म हो गया, so can we survive? We can't survive. आज कनाडा में there is farming going on, ठीक है, और कहाँ से फार्मर्स आते हैं, इंडिया से. जो इंडिया के पास अपॉर्चुनिटी है सेटल होने की कनाडा में, दैट इज थ्रू एग्रीकल्चर, थ्रू फार्मिंग, इजीएस्ट वे टू डू. ऑफ कोर्स एजुकेशन एंड ऑल विल लीड यू टू द पाथ, बट उसमें भी अगर आपके रिक्वायरमेंट है, डिमांड है, तो आपको जाओगे ना. इफ देयर इज नो डिमांड, व्हाई वुड यू बी एबल टू पिक अप फ्रॉम एनी अदर कंट्री. सो ये चीज हुई. तो नेहरू ने क्या किया, जवाहरलाल नेहरू ने टूर किया विलेजेस का, ठीक है. जब टूर किया तो उन्होंने क्या क्या देखा, उन्होंने कहा कि ये जो पेजेंट स्ट्रगल है ना, हमें इनको अपने साथ जोड़ लेना चाहिए नॉन कॉपरेशन मूवमेंट. क्योंकि नॉन कॉपरेशन मूवमेंट तो स्टार्ट हो चुकी थी, खिलाफत इशू के साथ तो चल ही रहा था. नाउ यू नीड, व्हाट डू वी नीड, व्हाट डू नॉन कॉपरेशन मूवमेंट नीड, मोर एंड मोर सपोर्ट. तो आप उस सपोर्ट के लिए पेजेंट्स के पास गए, एंड पेजेंट्स ने, डू यू थिंक सो पेजेंट्स वुड एग्री फॉर द सपोर्ट, बिकॉज़ वो हमेशा एनीवेज इरिटेटेड थे, ठीक है. उन्होंने सपोर्ट कर दिया. जब उन्होंने सपोर्ट कर दिया तो कांग्रेस, जो कांग्रेस थी ना मेन तो ये, ठीक है, कांग्रेस को कुछ टाइम बाद लगा कि नहीं, हमें इनका सपोर्ट नहीं चाहिए, ये लोग तो बहुत वायलेंट है. एंड कांग्रेस का क्या मेन मोटो था, महात्मा गांधी क्या चाहते थे, नॉन वायलेंस. तो कुछ टाइम बाद दे डिडंट वांट द सपोर्ट ऑफ द पेजेंट्स, एंड द पेजेंट्स हैड टू बी लेफ्ट अलोन फॉर देयर थिंग. So this is what happened in the non-cooperation movement. The non-cooperation movement इतनी violent होती जा रही थी, क्यों, the kind of people who were entering. अब उनके अपने specific reasons to enter. Are we clear? Okay. Just look into your book, page number 41 and 42, first 4-5 lines. Okay. Read the full second group peasants. You don't have a book?
What is night movie buns? 8.0.
अच्छा, नाई धोबी बंद. What is नाई? Yeah, धोबी and बंद मतलब closed. अगर आपका नाई और धोबी नहीं होगा तो आप सरवाइव कैसे करोगे? अब आज की डेट में 98%, I'm not talking about villages, 98% population cities, okay, they have house helps for some or other reason. चाहे वो utensils के लिए house help है, चाहे वो कुछ ना कुछ house help आपके पास है, because क्योंकि आपकी life इतनी difficult हो चुकी है that you know everybody is into job, everybody is into this, you don't need house help. So अगर ये house help strike कर दे, so can you survive? आपकी जॉब भी तो उनकी जॉब के बेसिस पे चल रही है. इट्स अ कोरिलेशन इन द सेंस कि अगर आप अपना काम कर पा रहे हो, आप अपना कर पा रहे हो, लेकिन somebody has to do your work. So that is what they happened. कि नाई धोबी ने बोला कि हम इनका काम नहीं करेंगे, हम स्ट्राइक कर देंगे. तो जब तुम स्ट्राइक कर दोगे तो वो कैसे सर्वाइव करेंगे?
In the first point I have written balance and to better
बिगाड़
better.
बिगाड़ मतलब फ्री में काम करना. Any doubt, guys? Easy. So, what are the keywords? Tell me over here. Awadh mein who peasants were led by? Underline this. This is first. So why were peasants revolting? Second line. Due to? Very good. Underline high rents. Peasants को क्या करना पड़ता था? बेगार. Underline बेगार. You think so? Tenants के पास कोई right था land के ऊपर? I'm sorry. No right over the land. So अगर आपके पास land है, for example 10 साल के काम करने के लिए, आपको तो कभी भी eviction हो जाएगा. जहाँ उनको दिखा कि इसमें पैसा आ रहा है, तो आपको हटा देंगे. So that was the problem. So these are the problems of peasants. कि आप ऐसे कैसे हटा सकते हो? Understand? So underline this. So उस movement से what did they demand? Peasant reduction of revenue and
abolition of begar and social boycott
of progressive
oppressive land.
Yes, sorry, oppressive landlords. Are we clear what was the demand? So you can write down in the bracket demand. So first question आता है कि what were the problems of the peasants? तब आपको problems लिखनी है. The second question is what are the demands of the peasants? That's a separate question. ठीक है? Are you understanding here? So आपको पता है demands और उसमें क्या problems फर्क क्या है?
Yes.
Yes, and write it over there. Demands D. Now reaction क्या क्या किया उन लोगों ने? This is the reaction. Impact. Write down impact. Impact will be a separate question in your boards. So impact or reaction, whatever. ठीक है? Retaliate. कैसे किया उन लोगों ने? What was organized by panchayats? Nai Dhobi Buns. What is Nai Dhobi Buns? What is Nai? Nai, haircut. Barber. And Dhobi? Washer, washing clothes and everything. Bun
Will not service.
will not provide any services. So they refuse to provide any services to
Landlords.
Next, ज्वाला नेहरू ने क्या किया?
We started walking around the villages, talking to the villages and trying to understand.
Very good. Then अक्टूबर में क्या हुआ? Yes. And so what was Congress wanting? To integrate? Yes, Awadh. To integrate Awadh into the non-cooperation movement. Till here any clear? Sorry, any doubts? No? Next page. Why was Congress unhappy?
Because Congress wanted non-violence and participation.
Thank you. So you can see in the next, on the second point of the next page, merchants were attacked, bazaars were looted, no taxes were to be paid. So basically, whatever they were doing, they used to name Gandhi ji. अरे गांधी जी ने बोला है no taxes. गांधी जी ने बोला है no taxes. गांधी जी ने बोला है no oppression. गांधी जी ने बोला है everything he said it, but he never said it go and loot someone. He never said it go and kill someone. So whatever peasants were doing, they were doing in the name of Gandhi ji. So this is something important. ठीक उनसे कुछ भी बोलते थे गांधी जी ने बोला. अरे गांधी जी ने non-cooperation movement बोला. They do not cooperate, but in a very diplomatic version he said it. Are we all clear with this? Any doubt, Sleepy? Is it boring?
It's interesting. It's just we hide it. And we have to stay to 215.
Why?
Not me. Why is that level? No, like for this class.
So you have so many classes today.
Every day, almost every day.
It's like school. So you have a break also.
15 minutes. That's why we're this. And then after we are doing the homework, then the And then self-study. Self-study coming on Sunday. So UT test. Every certificate. And then class test.
And sometimes feel that the life of student is so terrible. Just about able to recall our times also, like rat pado, this, that. Life is only about books. It's only 5 years.
It's like office life once you completed your work at the office. It's very office.
You'll understand once you come to that place. It's the stress of survival.
I'm more the situation of pros and cons. Like, abhi you don't have to worry about everything else. Abhi you get facilities. Baad mein you have to worry about yourself and your child. Abhi you don't go. But some good paying job is also not. My dad gets a lot of facilities. Now he just bought, I don't know, almost just 80,000.
Okay. See, are we clear with the two areas? Okay. Peasant समझ में आ गया? And the first one was middle class. Everyone is clear. Now let's move on to the tribal people. I'll just give you the first keywords and then I'll explain you. Underline this. First line, militant guerrilla movement. Militant guerrilla movement. Okay. Second point, closed large forest areas. Enraged, next point, enraged hill people. Force them to do bigard. Hill people revolted. Alluri Sitaram Raju. Underline correct astrological predictions. Then underline next point. Persuaded people to wear khadi and give up drinking. Next point. And then India could be liberated by the use of force. Last line, captured, executed. Okay. Problem. Let's talk about the problems. Problem was, I'm sure you've done in grade 9. You remember forest chapter? Forest country, forest and wildlife. Something was there, no forest में. तो grade 9 में आपको 3 टाइप के forest थे. कौन से 3 टाइप के forest थे? और
village forest.
हाँ, village forest. अब protected में क्या था? What was the protect? What do you mean by protected forest?
No one would go.
No one would go. Why?
Because we would use this forest for grazing.
Grazing and cutting wood.
Good. Reserve. Reserve क्या था?
Reserve where in some parts where only they will like the private people have access to some parts.
अच्छा. Now he used the word timber. Right? You were reading. So problem क्या थी कि जब आप ये लोग क्या करते थे Britishers? If I get back to your grade 9, ये लोग क्या करते थे कि जो भी अच्छी areas थे, which gives good, because obviously every forest or everything, every tree will not give you the shisham and all. Na? Shisham and all is expensive. आज भी shisham furniture is much more expensive than engineered wood. आपका ये जो है, this is engineered wood. Engineered wood क्या होता है?
Real नहीं है. ये real wood नहीं है.
ये कैसे real wood होता है?
I'm supposed to put this for.
Exactly. इसमें वो क्या बोलते हैं? I don't know क्या बोलते हैं. बोलते भूसा
You
टाइप.
this time.
engineered
और
wood.
वो बैट वही था
हाँ, even
बैट में पीओपी नहीं रहता
पागल के POP
not POP.
पागल बच्चे में खेलता है बैट से POP
हाँ, तो
नहीं
kind
लगा
of
था वो से चूना बोल
हाँ तो वही POP को
भी
that's gypsum and all. That's a different story. That's a different altogether.
Chemistry
Yeah, so engineered wood is sturdy. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि sturdy नहीं होता है.
some trees often cut for this.
अगर इसके लिए not major, वो जो बची हुई wood होती है ना, जो scraped होती है, वो use होके होता है. So main expensive आपका teak, oak, शीशम. आप जाओ ये शीशम का फर्नीचर खरीदने जाओ and you buy a normal wardrobe, आपको difference समझ में आ जाएगा. नॉर्मल वॉर्डरोब आपको 10-12 हजार 20 हजार में मिल जाएगी नॉर्मल इंजीनियर्ड वुड की और आप शीशम का लेंगे तो 1.5 लाख 2 लाख और टीक का ओक का द रीजन बीइंग क्योंकि जो इसका क्वालिटी ऑफ वुड है एक तो वो रेयर है एंड सेकेंडली वो वुड आपको खराब नहीं होगी
Quality.
द क्वालिटी इज गुड सो दैट इज बट इंजीनियर्ड वुड मार्केट में इतनी ज्यादा होती है द रीजन बीइंग क्योंकि पीपल प्रेफर टू चेंज देयर फर्नीचर after every 6 years 10 years they change their furniture because they move पहले टाइम में ऐसा नहीं था पहले टाइम में settled at one place and they used to prefer the old furniture and everything
And as much partitions.
yes so अब इसमें क्या हुआ था कि ट्राइबल पीपल के साथ कि ट्राइबल पीपल ये ट्राइबल्स का एरिया था क्योंकि ट्राइबल समझते थे कि फॉरेस्ट हमारा एरिया आदिवासी ठीक है तो अब ब्रिटिशर्स आए और ब्रिटिशर्स ने ये सब रूल लगाना शुरू कर दिया ये हमारा फॉरेस्ट है ये आप नहीं जाओगे तो इससे उनको क्या होता था they used to react and do they used to agree with Britishers no and then Britishers उनसे बोलते थे आप बिगाड़ करो फ्री में काम करो and all these करो करते थे नहीं करते थे so these are the issues of tribal people in short one you are stopping me from the forest because forest is actually owned by us not by you okay second और Britishers उसके reaction में क्या बोलते थे जब वो कहते थे फॉरेस्ट हमारे हैं what do they used to say
Not any.
they used to say because there's no paperwork
proof
कोई प्रूफ तो है नहीं और वैसे लॉजिकली देखा जाए तो प्रूफ तो किसी के पास भी नहीं है ना ब्रिटिशर्स के पास है ना फॉरेस्ट तो किसी का भी नहीं है टेक्निकली देखा जाए
Forest.
लेकिन
Vulnerable.
हाँ लेकिन उधर रहते थे लोग ट्राइबल पीपल रहते थे एंड इवन टुडे तुम लोग अंडमान has anyone been to Andamans ever Andaman and Nicobar Islands so Andaman and Nicobar Islands में Andamans में आप जब जाते हो तो mainly of course is water and all ना
तो मैंने तो
हाँ।
बहुत साल में
हाँ,
तो
और tribals
ट्राइबल्स का पता है
हाँ
एंड उनका ट्राइबल का अभी भी वो इतना स्ट्रांग रूल है कि अगर उनके पास कोई आते हुए लोग
and we start throwing coconuts and all that आप वो
हाँ, ठीक है,
हाँ,
लोग-
So like no one can go there.
क्योंकि आदिवासी जो ये लोग ट्राइबल पीपल थे आदिवासी जब उनके हिसाब से सोचो एवरीबॉडी हैज बीन एविक्टेड ना तो उन्होंने अपनी एक वो बनाई हुई है सोसाइटी बनाई हुई है और उनको गवर्नमेंट सपोर्ट कर रही है मतलब आज की डेट में अगर उनका सपोर्ट हो रहा है वो इंडियन गवर्नमेंट
एक
सपोर्ट कर
ब्लॉगर गया था मतलब उसके मार्केट
रही है see it's very office
they don't know love his
His
purpose
purpose
क्या
क्या
है
who knows
and always some race who get cut so they are very scared.
और अभी भी इसको जो फूड और ये जो सप्लाई हो रहा है सब तो यही से जा रहा है गवर्नमेंट से इंडियन गवर्नमेंट सपोर्ट एंड इंडियन गवर्नमेंट को सपोर्ट करना जरूरी नहीं अभी वो लोग वहां हैं तो एवरीवन इज हैप्पी व्हाट इफ दे कम टू योर लैंड nobody is crossing the borders na everybody is settled in their own places na what if they come they will stay you know so to maintain peace अब उनके ग्रज के हिसाब से देखो यार the people have killed them what if they are different what if they are the ones who are believing into a certain thing आज आप दूसरी कम्युनिटी के लोगों को मारना थोड़ा शुरू कर देते हो जस्ट बिकॉज़ वो मेरी कम्युनिटी की तरह नहीं सोचता it's like that very simple they are not animals they are people right so but their lifestyle is different so this is what they say the Indian government says is it's democracy आज आप कम्युनिटीज को भी तो सर्वाइव करने दे रहे हो ना चाहे आप बीच में टसल करते रहते हो that's a stupid thing which people do. But it doesn't make any sense. It's up to you what it's up to her what she wants to do. No one has the right to control her as a human being. So this is what they're talking about. Are we all clear with the tribal people issues? And how did they react? Yes. So this is what you underline. See this? आपको ये second point समझ में आ गया? Yes. Third देख लो. Why were hill people enraged? Yes. I'll give you 2-3 minutes. और one more thing which you need to write is Elluri Ram. उस time में एक rumor फैली. ठीक है? Elluri Ram. I don't know if you know about astrology. You guys know about astrology? What do they do? Predict the future. Astrology. Astrology क्या होती है exactly? कैसे future predict करते हैं? Palm history. आपके stars देख के. Actually, पता है वो चीज. I mean, I don't know. Some people believe, some people don't believe. It's very truth kind of a thing also. I'm not saying every time every person can look at the truth. It's not like nothing like that. Nobody can predict your future. But what they say is that there are some things which are written in your life. Stars take care. And that's astrology is from generations. वो तो फिर see अब उसमें belief की बात है. अब आप ऐसे मैं बोलने लग जाऊं कि अभी आप 4 दिन पहले प्रेडिक्ट कर लेते हो. ठीक है न्यूज़पेपर में आ जाता है ना आपके गूगल पे आ जाता है ना that it's going to rain. Does it come or not? Yes. It's going to rain. You get a thunderstorm. You get one prediction. Yes. कभी वो prediction सही होते हैं, कभी predictions गलत भी होते हैं. अब आपका को ये कैसे पता चला नहीं बारिश नहीं? Because there's a way of seeing things. Similarly, there is a thing कि stars का position होता है, but उसमें problem सिर्फ एक associate हो जाती है कि like for example somebody said that the person was born at 4 a.m. ठीक है? But अगर doctor ने भी वहाँ गलती करी है to punch it कि वो 4 नहीं था वो 356 था 352 था, then that's the problem of a doctor and the person, and that's not a problem of astrology. Astrology भी इसलिए blame कर देगा. But the problem comes from somewhere else because you get the wrong information. So this is the thing. So even your palm history, even your lines, they tell a lot of things. But वही बात है कि future तो कोई ऐसे certainly कोई कुछ नहीं बता सकता. You can get an idea of.
Or mother may die with a belief, but it's like in a it will die or something.
So that is the thing. ठीक है? So in इस पे लोगों ने क्या किया? लोगों ने believe करना शुरू कर दिया इन पे. Then what happened? Elluri Ram को क्या बनाना शुरू कर दिया?
Incarnation of God.
Incarnation of God. कि जो भी Elluri Ram बोलेगा वो सही है. ठीक है? उसका Elluri Ram used to focus on what?
Astrological prediction.
No. Mahatma Gandhi was a supporter of Mahatma Gandhi, but was he a supporter of violence or non-violence?
Violence.
That was the difference between it. And finally was executed, and obviously because आप इसको वो करोगे तो you won't be like that. Now take 2 minutes, read your tribal people.
What is militant?
Militant guerrilla. Guerrilla मतलब छुप के रहना. And attack, अच्छा नहीं करना. Hiding. Yes. You finish reading and actually.
And you show the tribes also. There are many movies based on movies.
Yes, beta.
You can show the tribes. The tribes. You can show the tribes also.
Tribes. Yes. Done reading? Finished? Tribal? Everyone? You can see. So basically, what are they trying to say? What was the example they gave in terms of the production of fruits? So they were talking in terms of that, they were not that educated. Okay, due to which they used to sell things at a very low price. And further, आप low price में जितना मर्जी बेच दो, but आगे जो market में जाएगा, so जो बीच में जो middleman है, he is the one who is earning maximum. So now they're saying that this new development that they're saying that if they're growing something, they're also getting good money for it. They're also getting good money for it, and आगे पता नहीं कि people को कितना जा रहा है. Middleman जो करेगा उसको वैसे भी कर रहा है. But obviously the middleman's profit reduces. So, but they are happy that they are
Normally middlemen do earn a lot. I have a friend and his dad has a big company that takes like food from the farmers and then products small villages and supplies to the big markets. So like we have like a very big margin because in the villages they demand a lot of money, and they grow, all of those fruits. Like there was place where there was mulberry and all that. And mulberry is like quite expensive in the market. So you get like for 200 a box. So they it's like in a bulk from there, and he sells it at like such expensive rates over here. So his dad ends up doing so much. Like his house, like he has a penthouse. Like पूरा से like उस पर का घर demolish करके बनाया घर.
I'm same with like my friend. Her dad is also a businessman. There's this U-shaped building in Mumbai, and like the flat there was 22 crores. Her mother told her father. They also lived in like a very expensive building, and her mother told her father, "Ye flat kharida," and he literally just bought it without even thinking. He literally just bought it.
Where's the profits? And as you said it, the maximum profits you get it from the villagemen only. जिनका business direct villagemen से है ना, the reason being first they are uneducated. अभी भी इतनी educated नहीं हो. और उनको if you give the big money to them, big money in the sense कि आप wholesale में जब खरीदते हो, so obviously the money looks more. तो वो लोग अपना ये नहीं count करते हैं, वो लोग क्या count करते हैं कि हमारी production cost कितनी है. They don't consider कि how much you work hard for it, right? It's not the fruits में आपने seeds लगाए और हो गया, you have taken care of it. They don't count on those things. So technically आज अगर आप उसकी बात करो, that is the people who are working, jobs कर रहे हैं. So it's basically their time. You are not going and spending money. आप अपने time की worth दे रहे हो ना. That this is your worth of your time, this is the worth of your talent that you are standing. That they don't know. The city people knows. They're smart in this. And this is
like हमने बहुत पढ़ाई की और we can do systems they don't because they're not bad.
because they don't have a system of this marks and all that. Their life is a very different life. उनकी life भी अलग है.
Yeah, but still, like I just given it.
नहीं वो ठीक है एक बात. But what I'm trying to say is that even if they go to school, ऐसा नहीं है कि वो लोग school नहीं जाते हैं. They have a school. So, हाँ, local government school, but the focus is not on this. The focus is on learning. Focus आपकी education में कि how many things you know about, not that how many marks you score.
So the British way of learning that
और आज भी आपको शायद कॉलेज में एडमिशन मिल जाएगा मार्क्स के बेसिस पे. कॉलेज इज स्टिल रन बाय मार्क्स, क्योंकि इंडिया में करप्शन इतना है कि अगर हम मार्क्स का स्टैंडर्ड हटा देंगे तो लोग क्या करेंगे कि जितने वेल्दी पीपल वो पैसा खिला के एडमिशन ले लेंगे. अभी भी परसेंटेज इज लेस. उस टाइम क्या होगा कि जब मैंने मार्क्स का लेट्स से हमने मार्क्स का हटा दिया, ठीक है, मार्क्स इज नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम, we'll see the personality, we'll see the person. We'll see the person is basically we'll see the money.
because they have in Ivy Leagues, like most of the Ivy League schools they only accept like students who are wealthy because their parents donated a large sum of money.
यार उसके लिए रीजन है ना कि फीस नहीं खाली. आपको it's like even if they take a student, but that student won't be able to survive also. अब आप मेन मुंबई के स्कूल्स में भी चले जाओ,
If they want scholarship, they give the letter so that the fees becomes less if you do something for the college.
प्रॉब्लम ये है इंडिया के साथ ये प्रॉब्लम है. तो इंडिया में आप वो चीज एक्सपेक्ट भी नहीं कर सकते कि
And
आप
also,
because
like,
अगर
marks
marks
not competition. Like marks, guys, of it, they want a scholarship, and then at the end of the day, they have to pay like so much more.
So the ones who get opportunity because of good person.
And यहाँ तो schools के भी fees कितने महंगे हैं. Abroad में they don't have to pay fees. Very less.
even here you don't have to pay fee. The problem is the quality of the government.
Quality of the
But it's from the
Or it's I would say even if the teachers are good, the quality has improved drastically. अगर आप quality expect करो, the problem is the people, the society. The society takes it that oh your child goes to a government school. That's the mindset. So it's never the education only; it's also the mindset. It's also the peer pressure.
Literally, some private school teachers aren't that good either because like my teachers, they aren't that good. They वो partiality बहुत करते हैं. And some like the government teachers are like better. Like I've seen
Yes,
my cousins and all. Like not even my cousins.
I don't think pay more effort to get in government school. My mother was a government teacher in UP, so she left it because we shifted over here.
Yeah.
So the teachers are better. Or that's why they don't have to go to tuitions and all of that. Here we have to pay 1 lakh for coaching and another 1 lakh for school. Especially food.
Alright, so last thing for you, that is Swaraj in the plantations. Okay, that is the plantation workers. Plantation workers ने क्या react किया था? So we understood the first thing, that's the middle class. Second, what did we study? Peasantry class. Third,
Tribal people.
and fourth is your
Plantation
plantation workers. So underline the keywords, then we'll explain you. Okay, underline. Next page, first line. Assam. Assam. Move freely. Keywords, beta. Move freely. And next point, Inland Immigration Act of 1859, not permitted to leave the tea gardens without permission. And next line, believed that Gandhi Raj was coming. Gandhi Raj.
They were not.
I'm not explaining you anything. Just underline the words. Gandhi Raj was coming. Next point. Stranded on a way by the railway steamer strike, they were caught by police and brutally beaten up. And this is very important line. Term Swaraj in their own ways, when all suffering and all troubles would be over. And last point, acted in the name of Mahatma Gandhi. So these are the keywords which you need to use in your exam. Now understand, basically what's happening is कि हर कोई non-cooperation movement को अपने तरीके से देख रहा है, ठीक है? किसी को लगता है गांधी राज आ रहा है, किसी को लगता है that you know this guy saved me, this is my person, God, incarnation of God, yeah. And so he is telling us astrology के हिसाब से कि हमें freedom मिल जाएगा, and we have to believe he's an incarnation of God because you look at Swaraj in your own way. Middle class ने अपने तरीके से स्वराज देखी, right? What did they think of? First thing, what did they do? Boycott. And second, surrender. उनकी अपनी थी वे. Peasants ने क्या किया था? They refused to pay taxes. ठीक है? And they turned violent. And violent के साथ do you think so? Congress ने उनको accept किया? So what I'm saying is that everyone is seeing their independence in their own style. अपने आप से उनको interpret करा जा रहा है स्वराज को, जबकि स्वराज का actual meaning is just independence. वही उसका meaning नहीं है. So अब ये जो plantation workers थे, these plantation workers they were actually bound and controlled by Britishers. ये plantation मतलब क्या होता है? What is plantation?
Big.
Yeah, जैसे आप असम में जाते हैं, असम में क्या चीज पॉपुलर है? टी प्लांटेशन. तब से जितनी भी टी लीव्स और ये सब आती हैं, ये कहाँ से आ रही है? असम. Of course, these are not made in powder. It's processed.
They're supplied to foreign.
Real is very expensive.
They're supplied to foreign like good quality leaves and ones which are not that good. They kept it for India. Things all expensive.
I agree.
Because people can't afford that expensive.
Yes. Then you would always find the difference, especially when you go abroad. You have this green chamomile tea, green tea, vanilla extract tea. Okay, and you have the different types of tea. Teas are being associated with sleep also. It relaxes your muscles. Here, it doesn't relax your muscles if you have the local tea. It wakes you up.
I need to have the local tea.
Yes, it wakes you up because there's a lot of caffeine in it. अगर कॉफी में क्या होता है कि कॉफी में बेसिकली कैफीन होता है. अब कॉफी के तो बीन्स आपके एक्सपेंसिव होते हैं. Which is the most expensive coffee?
अरे है उसका नाम.
Luwak. And there is a fake Luwak coffee.
इससे बनता है.
Yes.
See?
How especially like from
वो जब
they are paid mostly.
Now what is it exactly?
Luwak coffee. Luwak coffee is the most expensive coffee in all the world.
ठीक है वो प्रोसेस रहता है भाई वो थोड़ी ना तो डायरेक्ट चला देते हैं
वही ना
I saw the present basically it's in Bali में Indonesia, that is Bali में. So Bali में there's this Bali में they're preserving these things because their main coffee is produced in Indonesia.
Coffee.
I don't know how you look at things.
कॉफी बीज लाते हैं उनको
Coffee is
कुछ भी यार
No, I just
And then coffee beans, is obviously when you try that coffee, it's not a coffee to be drank with milk. वो milk वाली coffee नहीं है.
black coffee.
Processed रहता है.
अरे पागल क्या बोल रही है?
आपको ये पता है पता नहीं. So that is also it's because it's being considered healthy. Cow dung and all is considered.
अब वो
Yes,
गौमूत्र
हम जापानी लोग तो उनका ही देते हैं वो यंग रहने के लिए
yeah, because
ग्रीन कलर की बॉटल में
मेरे को क्या पता है उसको?
अरे सही है उसको
नहीं
so अभी the plantation workers थे, tea plantation workers. So these guys used to work. अब ये जो टी प्लांटेशन वर्कर्स थे, so when they were working in Assam, तो इनको क्या चाहिए था? इनको फ्रीडम चाहिए था. यार तुम लोग हमें कंट्रोल करके बैठे ब्रिटिशर्स को लगता था that you know literally controlled us in one that you have to do this tea plantation only because उनको हाँ अब उनको वो फ्रीली वाला केस चाहिए था कि अगर हम छोड़ के जाना चाहते तो हमें छोड़ के जाने दो. ठीक है, वो चीज हो नहीं रही थी. तो जैसे ही इनको न्यूज आई, द न्यूज स्प्रेड इन नॉन कॉपरेशन मूवमेंट की, तो उनको लगा गांधी राज आएगा. तो उन्होंने गांधी राज को कैसे इंटरप्रेट किया? वॉइस. उन्होंने गांधी राज को कैसे इंटरप्रेट किया कि हमें क्या मिलने वाला है? फ्रीडम. अब फ्रीडम टू मूव फ्रीली, उनके लिए फ्रीडम वही था. लाइक अब हर एक के लिए फ्रीडम अलग अलग होता है ना. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल आज आपके लिए फ्रीडम होगा द फ्रीडम फ्रॉम एग्जाम्स. ठीक है, then we don't want exams. That's your way of looking at freedom. For a working employee, it's the freedom from work and to get more money without work. That's it. Yes. So everyone interprets in their own way. इसके लिए वो क्या freedom है? ठीक है. So these are the things what we are looking at. कि टी प्लांटेशन वर्कर्स को क्या चाहिए. अब टी प्लांटेशन वर्कर्स पर न्यूज आई कि गांधी राज आने वाला. तो न्यूज उड़ते आई. उन्होंने सोचा चलो सारे विल फ्लॉक, एवरीवन विल फ्लॉक टुगेदर, विल मूव आउट फ्रॉम द टी प्लांटेशन. जब वो टी प्लांटेशन एरिया से गए तो कुछ टाइम आगे तक पहुंचे एंड ब्रिटिशर्स स्टार्टेड व्हाट
वो इस गांधी
गांधी महात्मा गांधी.
गांधी का
अब हम कहते हैं नरेंद्र मोदी राज, दिस राज.
मोदी सर
It's just that how you think.
अब की बात चार्ज
Not a DDLJ Raj. So that's the thing. Are we all clear? Yes. Okay. Any doubt? What is Swatantra?
independent
Yes. Bharat.
and do media
चलो, वजह.
उसने किसी का तो फैसला है
Quickly read and tell me if there is any doubt. Plantation workers. I'll ask one of you to explain.
what would be read
Plantation workers.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any doubt, plantation workers? Sure. This is my fourth class, third class.
Second.
Next class, I'll finish your civil disobedience. Okay? Simon Commission, Salt March, the very easy ones. Simon Commission, Simon Go Back, and all that stuff. Okay? And
Will you be teaching us? It's like the only chapter you teach us.
yeah,
So
you have a
when
teacher.
so when will these like 7 o'clock periods actually end in the first year? Okay, start. When I was not teaching
I was right now I'm not taking in school. I'll be joining you. I have small babies, I just want to do part time. ठीक है? And no, I'm not currently teaching. I was teaching in Dubai last year. So right now I'm taking only part time classes. It's actually a 2 more days syllabus. One class will take anyways. Civil disobedience, salt
We
march.
have 2 more classes.
2 more I have.
Yes, today is 17th now. To 24th.
Yes,
so you will last and 30th.
आज कोई 3 दिन क्यों हो रहा है?
I guess.
देख लेना.
अगर आपका एक और क्लास पर श्योर है वो तो देखा था.
31st में
ठीक है. So ये वाला तो the major topic I'll finish it any which ways. अगर वो एक क्लास का ending conclusion रह भी जाता है, right? So then to your new teacher, whoever your teacher is. Yeah. Will take that. Although that's just the ending part, but the major content will be over. ठीक है. मतलब questions आएंगे exam. ठीक है. So that's the plan. You tell me. Can you give me a quick recap of the plantation workers? Boys, please listen to her.
Plantation smokers in Assam were not allowed to vote because there was a act launched in 1859, which was Inland Immigration Act of 1859, where the plantation workers were not permitted to leave the tea gardens without the permissions. When the non-cooperation news bulletins spread over there, like it was told that Gandhi Raj was coming, so they were like they'll get their freedom, they could move freely, and so they left for to go their homes, to they go to their own homes and villages. But when there was streamer strike, they were caught by the police and brutally beaten up. So everyone has their own Swaraj. Like they think that our Swaraj is this way, and they thought that their Swaraj was to freely move, but it was not there. So they were beaten up and they were restricted.
Good. Any doubt? Plantation. So look at the four ones. What are the four different strands? First strand, tribal people and plantation. Give me one line of middle class. One. Who are these people or how did they react? And how did they react? Why they could not survive after leaving the job? Because
No money.
no alternate. No alternate. Okay, second, peasants, peasantry classes. They did not want to pay high taxes. So who went on a tour? Jawaharlal Nehru. Does Jawaharlal Nehru want them to join in?
Yes.
But later on people were not liking peasants. Why? Come to tribal people, where did this happen mainly? Assam. And what were these tribal people having issue with?
Restricted access to the forests.
Restricted access to the forest. So what were they saying? That these forests are ours, because this is our home. So how did they react?
Violence.
No.
Ma'am, they
restricted the forest, like no one could enter the forest except.
So ma'am, they were proclaiming they had
Alluri Sitaram you have to mention. Proclaim that God, how he was exiled. Hold on one minute. And then plantation workers, where did it happen? Assam. Hilly areas in Assam. What do they want?
freedom
movement. Everybody wants Swaraj. Freedom to
move out of the confine.
What were they thinking? Which Raj is coming? Sorted?
Yes, ma'am. I used to study basic. No, ma'am. Khilji was very good.
See you. Thank you. Bye.
मैं 2 मिनट लेट पर अभी बात कर रही थी बिना चिल्लाएगी अभी ये हम बोल रहा बोली ये बढ़ेगा हमारा छुट्टी सैटरडे
ये
मोस्टली सैटरडे
अरे टेस्ट की बात कर रहे हैं ये टेस्ट की बात कर
अरे क्या मैं टोर बोल रहा हूं
कितना पेज कैसे पेज
फिजिक्स में का
Chachu, whatever
ये देता करवा रहा है तू कोडिंग करवा रहा है मेरा कॉल कर रहा है